You're gonna learn how to think and rotate as a very effective jungler, and this is applicable to any jungle heroes. It just happens that I'm playing Fanny in this game. It will be a full game without any edits or cuts. By the way, this is Fanny Bootcamp, helping people learn Fanny, especially in the jungling role. So this is the entire matchup, and I'm gonna share my thoughts and process as a Fanny player every step of the way. First thing that I would look up is the enemy jungler who I'm against with, and then the enemy roamer, because it is the jungler with the roamer plus the mid laner that would dictate the flow of the early game. If the enemy roamer is babysitting their gold laner, that means you will have more space in the map for farming and invading. And that also means that the enemy jungler would clear their jungler a little bit slower because there's no roamer helping them. But then again, Balmond is a very fast jungler. We are finishing our purple buff, but there's no signs of the enemy roamer yet. So we're gonna go for our orange buff for now. And just now, through the minimap, we're able to confirm that Minotaur, their roamer, is with the gold laner. So always look at the minimap, and Balmond is at mid. He's leading in gold, so he probably cleared up his side of the jungle, at least the orange buff side. So that means he haven't started with the purple yet, so we can invade and probably make it on time and steal the purple buff. Okay, now Balmond is still at mid. He lingered there, and we saw him going to the right side of the map. Most likely it's the purple buff, so we're just gonna wait here for a bit and then invade. Let's see what happens. And we're able to steal the purple buff. Fanny's level 4. We're doing back and forth cables into the ultimate. Chase Balmond to finish him off and then back out because there's no energy and Nana is there waiting. At this point, you might be tempted to recall back to base, but I didn't do that because I want to clear the jungle first and at the same time help Argus at bottom lane because he was struggling against Sylvanas. Argus is very low and Sylvana jumped in. She gave in to greed and that would cost her her life. And of course, we're gonna finish what we started. We're gonna clear the jungle. And at this time, we're gonna recall back to base and get ready for the turtle because it's almost up 2 seconds and it's already up right now. So we're gonna head over there straight away, but we need to be careful because the jungler and roamer are not on the minimap, but just now Balmond shows himself at top, so it's safe to take this turtle even alone. Our teammates were able to make Balmond's health very low, so we won't be seeing him anytime here at the turtle. He won't be able to contest us anytime soon. And he actually lingered at top lane even though he's very low on health. He didn't recall back to base. Meanwhile, at bottom lane, Sylvana is overextending again, so we're gonna go in with 2 cables into the ultimate to finish her off. Argus is very low himself, but he's already level 4, so it shouldn't be an issue. After that, we're gonna go back to farming in our jungle right away. We're gonna start with the orange buff. Now seeing that the enemy purple buff is up, instead of going to our own, we are gonna invade right away. Balmond makes it easy for us to predict his farming pattern. He just went to mid, so obviously he's gonna go for the purple buff next. So we're gonna go there right away and hopefully steal it and get some kills. In a panic, Balmond prematurely used his retribution, so it makes it easy for us to get the purple buff. We're able to steal it, but will we be able to kill Balmond? No, because we ran out of energy. But anyways, we're happy because we got the purple buff. And we can really sense there the murderous intent from Sylvanas. She really wants revenge, but we won't allow it, and hopefully that would really frustrate her, get into her mind and throw her off her game. Anyways, this game is not only technical skills, but it is also psychological. Okay, now, we are in a significant lead over Balmond. We've already taken all the buff creeps all over the map except for the enemy red, so we're gonna head over there to see what's happening, and Balmond just sliding through, but instantly got blenderized by Fanny. Nana tried to save him, but she herself fell into the blender, so we're just gonna wait for the right moment to go in and finish her off. After that, we're gonna recall back to base and aim to clear our very own jungle and resume our farm. By the way, we're gonna buy the Malefic Roar next, and in addition to Blade of Heptasis, we can now one-shot enemies. We're going to mid instead of the jungle because I want to ensure that this lane will be pushed at least a tier 1 turret so that the map would be open to us. That means we can have more chances of invading. Conversely, if your tier 1 turret at mid is destroyed and the enemies is still intact, then you will have difficulty in securing your blue buff and the enemies will have more chances of invading your jungle. So keep an eye on the first turrets at mid because they are very important. Now the next obvious objective is the turtle, but I want to make sure that the area is secure first. That's why I'm checking this purple buff. Now, Balmond showed himself at top lane so we can just safely invade and steal this purple buff and then we can safely get the turtle next. However, Nana shows herself, so we're just gonna zone her out, marking our territory as if telling her that this area of the map is now ours. I never thought that her Molina form is still in cooldown, so that's a nice surprise. And now, we are in a position to secure this turtle, and it's a good thing that our Argus is helping us secure it. After this turtle, we're gonna go back to the jungle to extend our lead even further, but then Sylvana was very low and she happened just to wander right in front of us. We're chasing her, but we're gonna go out before she could even ulti us and trap us inside the turret. Now that Argus is tanking the tower, we're gonna go back in to secure the kill with the ultimate skill. And then we can go back to farming so that we can finally buy our next core item, which is the Malefic Roar. We are currently at mid-game, and the most important thing to do here is to deal with enemy threats. We can see on the scoreboard that even though we're very far ahead, Mia is just on the same farm level with our MM who is Clint. So it is imperative that at this stage of the game, we need to deal with the enemy marksman, or else he or she will become a late-game menace. And we're just lucky here that Clint, our own marksman, was able to deal with Mia one-on-one. And that would free us to participate in some other fights like this one. And now that we have the two core items, the Malefic Roar and Blade of Heptasis, we were able to one-shot Nana. Sylvana almost got us there. She's the last person that we want to have killed us because she's the one who talked trash to us a while ago. Getting owned by someone who talked trash to you is the worst feeling ever. And it would really throw you off your game. That's why for your own sanity, always mute trash talkers. And now we have two teammates who are alone, Clint at top and Sicilian at mid. The enemies could show up in either one of these lanes, so we're just gonna stay here and support whenever they would show up. And they indeed went to top lane. So we're just gonna engage the enemy here at top lane. We're waiting for the right opportunity to strike and we go in, targeting the marksman first, the main damage dealer, and we're able to take out Mia. And hopefully we're able to take out Minotaur before he takes out Clint. Clint survives, but Nana came in to take out Clint. And right after that team fight, we go back to jungling, farming right away. So we're gonna start with the mid lane and we can see that the purple buff at the enemy jungle is still available. So we're gonna take it out for ourselves and then go for the turtle next because Argus is attacking it. Now the enemy jungler Balmond is desperately trying to get some farm out of his own jungle, but we're not gonna allow that. It's always a good rule not to give the enemy any chances of coming back as much as possible. Personally, I would wait for the turtle to become the lord because it's almost 8 minutes, but Argus started attacking before the 8-minute mark, so we're just gonna help to make it faster. Now a team fight is going on at mid lane. We're gonna go in. We got caught by Minotaur, but he's too low. Our teammates were able to finish him off. We're gonna do a false retreat and into the ultimate to Mia. It's tempting to chase Nana because she's low in HP, but our energy is low as well. So we're just gonna go to our jungle, take this purple buff, then clear the rest of our jungle and clear the lanes before invading to clear the enemy jungle. That should be the order of priority, but I ended up waiting here at mid lane, waiting for enemy heroes to randomly show up so that we can gank them. That is an okay-ish plan, but the fact that we're wasting time for something that is not assured to happen. So our time is much better spent clearing the jungle, clearing the lanes, pushing the lanes, and then clearing the enemy jungle. That means invading. Doing any of these three is practically much better than just purely waiting. While waiting for enemies to show up, it's practically better to take some creeps here and there, and now they show up at mid, all 4 of them. We're severely outnumbered and caught off guard. They unleashed all their skills on Sicilian, burst him down. Atlas came here with an arrival, but he fell as well. We barely escaped. Clint went in, killed Mia, but he himself was eliminated. Now they have a minion wave pushing down at mid, and it's 3 of them, and we're just gonna defend. Our objective is just to eliminate the minion wave so that they won't be able to destroy the turret. There's a cart minion there that's very low, so I guess the turret would be able to take it down, and we prevented the enemy team from pushing, but there's another minion wave coming, so we need to defend this one as well. While we're poking, we were able to bait out some skills, and now we can engage for real because the enemy skills are in cooldown. Argus is tanking all the damage really well, allowing the rest of the team to join in and deal damage, melting the enemy. That second turret at mid is pretty much assured to be pushed now, so we're just gonna head over to the purple buff while we're waiting for the enemies to come out and engage with us in a team fight. We're looking for them to overextend beyond the turret because it's much easier to kill them outside their base. Now my teammates are gathering at the top enemy jungle area, and Clint is taking the Lord, and that's the reason why I came here to secure it with him, while our teammates are pressuring top and mid lanes. Because of the pressure applied on the lanes by our teammates, the enemy were not able to contest the Lord, so we were able to get it ourselves. Now we're waiting for the Lord to push. Here I was thinking of cutting the lanes to the bottom lane, but I guess I was too late basing on the position of our minions at top lane. I can feel a team fight happening any moment now. Atlas is trying to initiate, and he was able to catch all 5 heroes, and all of our teammates are in a very good position. We were all able to follow up and burst down the enemy heroes for a wipe out. If you've been training for Fanny for a long time and haven't seen any progress yet, you might be doing crucial mistakes with your training. So if you want to train the proper way with Fanny, watch this video, click the links, and see you there.